Good evening, boys. Welcome to the stream. How are we doing? How are you both? Also, why don't we get more people in? Let's spread the stream like the plague. Why not, huh? Why not? Let's go to the other people's. Let's go to other people's Discords. Yo, would you look at that? Retrogradius is following the stream. Thank you for the follow, my friend. How are we doing? This will turn out when someone in chat will tell me that it's actually a bot, and then I'll feel very stupid. But it's a shame because I do like the name Retrogradius. So that's a strong name. You're vibing? Good, 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 good. Haircuts for men is always a fucking vibe, dude. Let's go to... Hello, hello, Retrogradius. How we doing? How has your Monday been? Where's the self-promo thing? This is no good. Oh, hello. Right, we're gonna get, by the way, Retrogradius, I'm not sure from whence ye came, but we're gonna be playing some Endwalker spoils, so you may want to mind out in case you haven't finished it, or if you haven't got to the 4th area. Oh, it's this Retrogradius. Oh, dude, I genuinely loved that little sketch you did. Also, fucking profile picture of Hideo Kojima. Man's got taste. Anyone that even knows about Hideo Kojima is like already like on the right track. That's solid. But thanks for coming in. That's very, as people in chat would say, that's very pog. Or if Sasso were here, she'd say that was a very. What would Sasso say? Something about bruv. She really likes the word bruv at the moment. Don't know if anyone can tell me what that's about. But shall we? Shall we go ahead and play some video game? Lucky, how we doing, my guy? I don't need to feel called out. I genuinely hate that when I get called out in streams, and like if I say that I'm lurking or whatever, and it's also so you guy, tell me about your day. I'm like, oh, please shut the fuck up. Just let me lurk in peace, please. Retro. Question. Do you have some sort of portfolio that we can look at just for fun, just to see your art? Because even though you said it was a sketch, I really dig that kind of style, and if that's a sketch for you, I wonder what kind of art you draw when you're really trying. Big Kojima fan. Me and my friend have an ongoing joke. His profile picture is of Troy Baker. Mine is of hideous Kojima, because it's a Oh, you meant to say Hideo. No, I like that. I like hideous Kojima, because it's a negative version. It's like the bizarro, alternate universe Kojima, where he doesn't make, like, not funny. He doesn't make unique, weird things. It's all just like, just grotesque. It's hideous Kojima. That's right, Snake. We must take out this hideous Kojima. Name sounds familiar. It's poisonous. This is Thancred. Yeah, so there is a character in 14 that basically has a stealth section in a sort of urban winter area, and no one's going to tell me that it wasn't a heavy reference to Metal Gear Solid 1. This is Thancred. I mean, he's literally the rogue of the group, so... Okay, let's play some MSQ. I forget I'm using Opera GX now, so I keep going to click Chrome, and I keep forgetting. Do you know what, someday, I've said this so many times, and I'm sure King is probably sick of hearing this, but someday I'll be playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on stream. I'll have to find a way. Emulating it won't work, because the PS2 version has... The DualShock 2 had like pressure sensitive buttons, and that was baked into the game. So like if you sort of lightly hold the square button, you could aim your gun. If you like push it in harder, then it'll like fire when you let go. A lot of unique mechanics in that game that just don't translate anymore, I'm afraid. I don't even think the new PlayStation controllers have anything like that. They've got all their fancy, like, locking triggers or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, but nothing quite like the pressure-sensitive face buttons. Okay. Oh, one last thing. I always forget about Flux. Let's see if Flux is high enough. That's good enough. That'll be fine for now. Okay, you needn't be an entelechy to feel the weight bearing down on Hermes. I feel this discussion may take a while, during which time... Meteon, are you feeling unwell?
It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Harpy.
Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Meteon in your care again? No problem. Not a problem. I'm in your debt. If you'll excuse me.
Can you help me with something, Harpy? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower.
He dares leave his child alone with Harpy? Excuse me? What are you trying to insinuate? Hermes
likes flowers the most. Of all the creations in Elpis, most creations are expected to be interesting or beautiful or strong, better in some way. But flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and what we convey. Hermes likes this. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one, and I want you to search with me. Let's start here, at 12's Wonder.
Is it because I won't take care of them, and I'll just let them fall off the edge? Which is surprising that this is just like many floating islands. I'm being watched. We're looking just for patches of flower? Examine flowers with Meteon. I'm being judged. In what way am I being judged? Do I have to time you out? Vibrant purple flowers, bigger than your hands, adorn the trees.
Oh, so big and bright. I love them. But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said.
Can we not just get the Elpis flower? Or perhaps a tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers.
No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far.
Again, I'm glad this character can stumble and be clumsy over her words, because it's a perfect excuse, because I suck at reading. Flower bed. It's going to make me go to every individual flower until we come across an Elpis. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed, their mix of colours forming a pattern.
These would be better for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other places should be fine, though. Let's keep looking.
Familiar plant. That doesn't look friendly. Isn't this the one with the flower? Set on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations.
Ooh, a conion! A flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Harpy, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon.
Uh-huh. Am I still being oh wow. Controller inputs are not happening. Such cute, many Meteons. I agree, Lucky. I'm worried because there's eyes on me now, apparently. It's a surprisingly sturdy flower bed. Now I must look at the junction. They creep in. Something ain't right. I was told to be careful about leaving their kids with me, which already is a offensive insinuation. But now they're creeping up on me somewhere. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers.
Nothing around here. Ah! Over there, Harpy, something big, huge!
No. That's not cool. Yo, Jitters, my man, how is it going, dude? It's early for you. Must have taken a break from work or something. No, you said you've got some time off, huh? How's it going? A malodorous grass. Yeah, the Marlboro are not cool. A terrible stench, reminiscent of sodden old boots, pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the marble-like creature before you.
It's an Adonis. The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Harpy? Would he like it?
Absolutely not. Good memory. Well, you know, I try to remember some things about the people I like. Only some. So you know, don't be too impressed. You're back at work today. That means you're. Oh, I'm honored. You've taken like 5 minutes out of your day just to say hello to me. That's gonna feed my ego. Voice. Oh, we've got to, man. I've got to do some sort of voice for Meteon. She's this very sweet, familiar / creation thing that's an empath, but in this land they call them an entelechy. And she, while you were playing Dark Souls, I don't know if you stumbled across the birds. I don't know what it's called in Dark Souls, but in Dark Souls 3 it's called Pickle Pea. And they sound like birds. They're like,
You, give me soft, give me warm.
That's basically how Meteon sounds, without all the squawking. Don't feed us ego, men gods. Yo, what's up, Cornish? How we doing, man? How's your Monday going?
Finding a good flower, it's harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Harpy, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there. I'll pick something after that, I promise.
Just, again, we need to find an Elpis, a flower that is an entelechy.
You're like me, an entelechy.
She always wants to be your friend. She's like, the first time she sees you, she's like, oh, we can be friends. And as a streamer that cannot convey emotion on live streams, I was struggling to defend against the sheer sweetness that exudes from Meteon. I don't know how you could hate Meteon. You're good? Awesome. I'm glad to hear you're doing alright, especially as the last time we spoke you weren't best pleased with the time you had to wake up for your job. Myself, I'm doing alright. Yeah, thanks for asking, man. Just taking it chill. The last couple of streams have been like face cam and like dancing around like a prat, like an idiot. But we're gonna just take it a little easier tonight, you know. I've got my glass of lemon juice, which I suppose I need to recontextualize that. It's cordial, diluted in water. I don't know. Not every country like has squash or juice. It's not like pure fruit juice. It's like this concoction of juice and concentrate that is supposed to be diluted in water. Kind of like a liquid version of Kool-Aid. That's the best way I can put it for Americans. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins.
Oh, there's nothing.
Mr. Dancing around like an idiot. Oh no. There were clips, as you can see. Yeah, today, you don't have to apologize, Retro. Truly, I'm glad you came back, if anything. I think the only thing you missed was I was talking about Metal Gear Solid 3 and the DualShock 2.
That shiny thing over there. What could it be?
Look at this dude. No. looks at title. It's scientifically impossible for Graha to be the worst. It's it. Welcome to the stream, Blue. Why is it scientifically? Why scientifically impossible? Which is obviously scientific and psychological. Tell me both the psychological and scientific reasons why Grahatia could not possibly be the worst husbando waifu in this game. Clip is beautiful. It's been proven impossible. Has it so? And why is it? Where's the thesis? Where's the significant papers, the research papers? You never told me you improved your dance moves. I hate to use like when it comes to like people saying the color of my skin, then funny haha. But if we're gonna go to stereotypes, I have very white dancing. I can't dance, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't dance.
Oh, Elpis flowers. They're here too.
In this essay, I will tell you why. Right, like... like a 5-page... That's a slim thesis. Right, like a 15-page... document on why Graha is cannot be the worst, and by such definition is actually one of the best. I just don't get it, like public horniness over anime characters. I just don't get it. That's why I mock it so much. Like, he's a great... I like all of the scions, but you'll never find me publicly thirsting after them. May I ask what games you're into? So, clearly Metal Gear. Love the series. A lot of like solo stuff, generally, like games with good stories. I like... Let's look at my Steam library real quick. I just hold on, I'll get to Chitter's comment. I have very white dancing as my new favorite statement. Feel free to use that for yourself if you feel so inclined. Again, I'm sort of like, I feel like the whole like, hey, my skin color plus, like, whatever. It's like really weak comedy. You're just a boomer, Harpy. We've established this, despite the fact possibly being one of the younger people in the stream. Oh, okay, so you only privately thirst for anime waifus. I think that's, you know, the way that it should be. You keep your filth to yourself. Boomer Harpy is best Harpy? Oh gods, no. It's just good fun. They ain't even real. I don't know. Hello there. Look who joins at the same time, Mango and Sasso. How curious. Public horniness to real people is weirder to me, to be honest. Just any kind of public horniness. Unless you know them, so what you're saying is that chat could be publicly horny to me and that would be fine, because everyone knows me. Sussus amungus. Okay, let's look at my completed list, shall we? Where's completed? If it's not love, then it's the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb. It's got to be here somewhere. Dark Souls, Metal Gear. That's a good one to go to. Final Fantasy 14, please don't look at the play hours. Where am I completed? How do I see completed? I've added them to my own. Is this completed? Uncategorized. Well, I like Final Fantasy 15. A lot of Nintendo games, like Zelda, the 3D Marios, although I never really got into 64, I was about to commit a hate crime to all gamers there. I like 64. I'm not a huge fan of Galaxy, although I do think it's good. Completed games, where are you? Apparently I liked Doom. I liked Evil with Silent Hill. I've only played one Silent Hill, but I dig it. Like, love Mirror's Edge. Almost forgot. The Resident Evil games I started playing in 2019 and actually fell in love with some of them. Wow, I really don't have that many completed... Christ. This is how you know that it's a fucking PC gamer's library. There's like only, what, a fraction of... Oh my god. Oh, a fraction of my finished games compared to how many I own. That's how you know you have a Steam account. Sassy? Is everyone very sus right now? What is sus? What is the essence of sus, chat? Please tell me. What is the core that makes something sussy or somebody sussy? A sussy backer. If you are... Christ, I said that out loud. What makes somebody a sussy backer, chat? It's not 3,000 hours of thirst. That would make it seem that I've just gone into the G-pose and taken many screenshots. I will argue that I will defend myself and say that I've left the game on a lot. And Steam counts hours that the launcher has been up also, not playtime. Do you think Kojima is making a Silent Hill game? I think the ship has sailed. Truly. I would have loved to have seen Silent Hills, especially with I can't say his name right. Del Toro. Del Toro. I think it would have been fascinating, but I think he's probably going to make his own IP, his own horror IP. And I look forward to it. These nuts make somebody sussy backers. That makes Blue Noelle very sussy, because that's her favourite fucking joke, is anytime she'll try to fit these nuts...
Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelecchies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark blue. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright.
Only Hermes has sadness. Maybe if he just smiled more, his depression would be cured. Like, maybe he's just weak. Get better, Hermes.
Truly, the flower was dark in your home. Then, do you have it too? A dark emotion?
A dark emotion? I am the culmination of all things edge. The precipice of edgy. I would have to be agriger? Lucky, you confuse me sometimes. Blue is sus. Sus in chat for sus. Why? This is like turned into like baby talk. Chat. No more sus. No more sus. Also, how is the work on your bruv website doing, Sasso? What is bruv? What is cloud gaming? Chat has degenerated, and I don't have a bonk emote. One day. Someday soon. Maybe. I've known the pain and sorrow of loss. I've felt great fury and frustration. I've been plagued by doubt and anxiety. Dare say I have a few. I'm a Dark Knight as well. Like, the entire thing of Dark Knight is about, like, harnessing the edge within us all.
You don't have to say it. I can feel it's something you want to hide. But won't you lend it to me?
The darkness
within you. I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes.
We're nothing more than silence and sinners.
He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't alone. There's others too that are sad.
That's what a sus person would say? I'm not saying. Yeah, that's what the imposter would say, Cornish.
Surely, you'll do it.
The project's going well. You're nearing the deadline. He. Maybe I'll do this in a Sasso voice.
Project is going good. Deadline is nearing.
That's Sasso's voice. The guy nailed that to a T. Everyone is... No. I don't know, Walt. Being a bit sus lately. It sounds exactly... You know... Yeah, exactly. I know Among Us, but I don't play. Again, impossible. That was a voice, eh? How dare. Bang on Hank impression? I think that was awful. That was terrible. I don't have the sheer girth that the actor has. Dennis, I think his name is, or Dean. Dean or Dennis, something like that. Great show, by the way. Really dig that show. But then I'm that kind of guy. I'm like, oh, yeah, Breaking Bad's like, dude, like, Breaking Bad is like one of the best TV shows ever created, man. That's, yeah.
Thank you, Harpy. Thank you. It means more than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go and fetch him.
Let's go see Hermes. And Emmett Selk. Hey, yo, Mr. White.
Jesse, you've gone sussy.
I said I'd stop. It's not. The joke's not funny anymore. It's such a lowbrow fucking like joke. Breaking Bad was really good, but I never rewatched. Oh, you'd never? Yeah, me neither, man. I haven't like rewatched the series like 3 times. I actually cannot watch the show anymore. I've rewatched it to death, which means I very much enjoyed it. I'd like binge. I don't know why. I think it's because it was one of the few shows that like really like stirred emotions in me. Like when it was tense, I was like, oh shit. When it was sad, like I was genuinely like, I can't say this next sentence without sounding like hard, like dude bro kind of thing, but it's one of the few pieces of media that genuinely like upset me and like brought me to tears, which is rare for any sort of media to do. So, way too much downtime. Oh yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Even though there are people out there that will defend the Fly episode, quotes, they're like, oh, well, it's great for the, like, some episodes, like, maybe like watch in the background kind of thing, but some of it's fantastic. It's gotten to the point where there are many memes. It makes the most hard-hitting moments hilarious. Yeah, the whole, like, Walt falling down on the ground, and I won't spoil what it is, but the whole, like, it's like, if you've seen too many memes, it's gonna ruin the impact of that scene. It, like, absolutely ruin it.
It seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they've finished.
Another TV show that I've watched not long ago that every fucker and their grandmother has watched is Squid Game. Watched it with Blue and Jizu actually. It was quite. I had no idea about it, so going in completely blind, it was like pretty decent. But then you have a bunch of fucking armchair like psychologists and economists that go, "How can people be enjoying this? It's about capital." I'm like, bruh. Yeah, sure, but just enjoy the fucking show. Like, it's like, just, like, I saw so many people, like, come out of the woodwork to be like,
how dare people, like, make games and do these YouTube things? It's just, it goes against the thing of the show.
It's like, but so what about Netflix publishing it and making money off it? You've never watched Squid Game? It's very hyped, and I didn't understand the hype. Like, I'd only heard a lot of people say the name. I didn't know really the premise of the show at all. I just heard a lot of people say, Squid Game, oh, I was watching Squid Game this. I'm like, huh, what is that? So going in blind was very good. So yeah. Jitters enjoyed Squid Game? Awesome. It's a pretty good... I'm glad that more, like, foreign media is getting more popular, because it means that more companies will be willing to either fund or air stuff like that. And stuff like Parasite, which I haven't watched, unfortunately, and Squid Game are great, like, sort of test cases for more stuff to come in. Hopefully the bar of quality is still set very high. Hopefully. But the more popular it gets, I'm sure the more dog water TV shows will leak into the atmosphere. There were no squids in the... Yeah, there were 0 out of 10 squids. Like... What about the final, like, arena was... Like, that was squid-shaped. Does that count? You stopped watching Squid Game? It didn't capture you. How much did you watch, Pulsar? You watched episode 1? That's all I needed to know. I didn't care about the characters. Huh. See, that's funny, because, like, they, I liked some of the growth with the characters. It's like, it wasn't really one of those, like, if you... I feel like with anime, it has to capture you immediately, otherwise you're not going to want to watch it. With Squid Game, you got to, like, it's a bit more of a slow burn. I was interested to see what was going to happen next. It also mean more live action adaptations. No, Netflix is going to do what Netflix does, and they're going to systematically ruin every single beloved IP. You glad it got popular? It's good that it's not just American stuff. My Hero live action. Oh, dude. Blue would die. She would die. I don't think I've enjoyed anything live action that Netflix has made. Agreed. Nice to see foreign films show. Yeah. It's and I'm glad that it's good stuff as well, that it's not crap. You know Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was foreign, of course, but the difference there being that it was localized by Western, like, cartoon networks, like, networks that were for children. So they were sort of, like, they localized it in their own way. Like, some things were changed, like, even, like, Power Rangers, right? Like, long-running show, Super Sentai. That was adapted to be its own Western TV show. So it's not like... Unless you're watching subbed anime, or subbed, like, foreign films, like Old Boy, or Battle Royale, or, you know, sort of stuff like that, then usually you don't tend to see a lot of it in the mainstream. You hated all the characters. I basically thought none of them should win. That's kind of the point, Mango. They're all sort of reprehensible beings. Oh, Mango has awful taste. She's back. Did my perfect impression of you just drain your battery completely? Holy shit, Cornish has watched a sub-anime. Battle Royale is a classic, that's a good adaptation? Good adaptation? I thought it was a film first. I'm gonna have to check now. It's based on a manga? Is that so? Let me look it up. Screenplay written by... I just know that it has, Takeshi in it. Mr. Takeshi. I forget his first name. Takeshi Kitano. There you go. And I only really know about the dude because of Takeshis Castle, which I used to watch a lot as a kid, because it would rerun on the English TV channels with a much beloved commentator. That show was fucking brutal, man. Like, the health and safety on that show was non-existent, and I kind of love it. I kind of wish that they had more stuff like that. Like, there was this one thing that was like skipping stones. It was an absolute shin destroyer. It was awful. So, like, there'd be some solid stones on this water, and some would be like they would fall through. And most people would just go full speed just to try to get across. So if they didn't hit the correct stone, that they could maybe, like, land on one that was solid. It was crazy. I can't see anything about it being an adaptation. It was a novel the year previous, maybe not an anime. Yes, it was a novel. There we go. We've solved the mystery, chat. Let me catch up on chat and then we'll continue this cutscene. Takeshis Castle was the shit, dude. Same for us, the commentary made it fantastic. I'm assuming you guys had, like, a Dutch fella doing it instead of an English guy. Speaking of manga, real quick, if you haven't, I highly recommend buying the deluxe edition of Junji Ito's Uzumaki. Good stuff. Interesting stuff, visually at least. Yeah. Yeah, if you like weird stuff, if you like sort of light body horror. Like, if Silent Hill stuff and just general, like, weird horror interests you, Uzumaki. Get the book as well. Don't read this shit online. I hate reading manga online. It's, like, too bright, or you can color it. It's, like, not the same as you having the book with you, man. It's good stuff. Didn't take you for a Junji Ito fan? So I can't... I wouldn't want to say I'm a Junji Ito fan, because that would make it seem like I know all of his work, but from some of the short stories I've browsed online and then actually owning Uzumaki, I want to read more, but I dig it. After all this talk of waifu yes, of course, because that's... you know me. Every time I get the chance to talk about body pillows, I always talk about them. I love them. I live for them. Eventually we'll get a Heyoh Harpy body pillow. You still have Uzumaki? I'm fine with gore, but not body horror. Mango, that's weak. Weak. Be a strong man. I mean, it depends. It depends what your definition. People turning into things. People turning into things. Like, I don't want to spoil it because the page turn is like the big thing in a lot of Ito's work. So, like, people turning into slugs, or like, yeah, it's a good, I mean, if you can stomach it, it's really not that, I don't think it's that rough. While I've got you, chat, because I'm gonna start ignoring you once the cutscene begins again, there is a Japanese horror film that I once started watching with the girlfriend that she did not want to continue watching. Like, it was that disturbing, and I always wanted to go back and watch it on my own, but I don't remember what it was called. It was about this psychotic Japanese woman who would lure men into, like, her house or basement, and then, like, stitch them up, or, like, make them into monsters, and she'd, like, when she was, like, torturing them or whatever, she'd, like, do this, like, tick, 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 or, like, she'd make this noise in their ear. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I really wanted to go back and watch it because it was like actual, like, proper, like, disturbing stuff. And again, I'm not huge into horror. I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to horror. But yeah, Ito stuff I recommend.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
The Spiral, bruv.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision.
You have to join the convocation,
My thanks for
Hermes.
keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
Okay, just to pause the scene a moment. 1 second. Once we make this, I'm a massive bitch when it comes to horror. I promise you. Also, feel free to swear as much as you want in the stream. I don't care.
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others
Unless you
feel
yourself
sad too.
don't like to use
You're
sweary
not
words.
alone.
But I'm English. Oh, Okay, cool. Well, that's like, what is that, 10 minutes, half an hour? I forget. It's 10 minutes of no swearing. I swear like a sailor, that's 20 minutes of no swearing, never mind. It's more that I really was curious about that movie, that horror movie, and I just wanted to go back and rewatch it to see if my memory of it was what it was. 30 minutes of no swearing. Fantastic. No swearing in front of Mitsuon. I could never. Well, actually, she's got no ears, has she? So it's not like I can swear. Hey, Jen. Welcome to the stream. Question to you real quick. Japanese horror movie. Psychotic Japanese lady that, like, tortures and stitches men up that she lures into, like, monsters. Don't remember what it's called. Want to rewatch it. See if I can finish it. I will defy this can't read. It's all over now. I can no longer read. But yo, hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully your Monday was all right, Jen. Are we still at work? Are we? You're not the only one that can feel sad, Hermes. I'm jealous of the snow.
Mitsuon has shared much with you.
You got to go home early because of snow? That's pretty. That's like. I try not to swear. That's very cool. No, I don't want to use very. That's exceptionally fantastic. Your roads suck? Well, maybe that would make sense.
May we talk a moment?
He's got very sleepy eyes. A hedgehoglet. Run fast, little guy. Look at him! There he goes.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. They sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method.
But you could change that being on the council.
Confusion and despair writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Nor to miss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I'm filled with dread.
Why did they have to put Hermes, like, soul
Now I know I'm not alone.
in
Not the only one for whom the flowers
as Amon?
Owen asked what you thought as he kneeled beside the Alpes. Or if he only did it at Mitsuon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
We're at the midway point where we get snow, but we don't really? And so when we get a lot, the whole state goes, "What? It's snow?" The whole place just shuts down. People panic. Suddenly everyone's buying toilet paper again. Oh, it's pandemonium. I wish we got more snow in this area. In the county that I live, it's rare that we actually get snow in wintertime. We'll probably get snow in February, which is not really... It's cool and all, but everybody's moved on from the Christmas holidays. It's finally getting cold here after being 75. That's crazy. Like, having a 75 Fahrenheit Christmas is crazy. In Pennsylvania, north of you, they laugh at you. As in, Pennsylvania is always cold? When it comes to the general, like, geography of states, I can only really tell you where New York is, where California is, by extension, like Nevada, and roughly where Texas is. So how the weather changes by other states is a complete mystery to me. Hopefully your power doesn't like break, or like nothing busts like your computer. That's the last thing you want, is like the power to like surge or something, and then some electronic breaks. I'm in MD. That's the thing, like abbreviations of American states as well. They confuse me. You're usually alright with the weather, but today it's just like, who fucking knows?
Damn it!
How long was that? I don't even think that was 10 minutes. Well, now we gotta... Christ. Alright, reset the timer. Living in the UK, don't you only get rain... you don't get much other than rain. Do you know what? Even when it rains sometimes, it doesn't even rain properly. I wouldn't mind if it rained, to be honest. I quite like the rain. I quite enjoy being out in the rain, unless it's the dead of winter and it's very windy and cold, because then the rain becomes like tiny shards of ice that destroy your cheeks, and then that is no longer fun. California is essentially one season year-round, just warm. If you like that, you're in heaven, I suppose, and assuming you don't live near any dodgy neighborhoods. Basically, if you're like rich and live in West Hollywood, I'm sure you're fine. Don't even know where Florida is? I mean, I could point to it on a map and maybe pretend. Maryland. Is that a state? Wow. I'd have no idea. Not nearly 30 minutes. Add to the timer. Till 2 minutes pass. Is that the punishment? Plus 2 minute timer. So that would be 32 minutes from now. Basically 5 minutes past the next hour. It's rough having to be mindful about how you speak a lot of the time. It's on the East Coast. I'm 4 hours away from New York. 3 if you're really ambitious. If you just don't care about the traffic. Glad I could be of service.
To so willingly lend an ear to ease my burden. You are a strange one.
Oh, I meant sort of like crashing into traffic,
Stars in
speeding,
the
all that kind of
heavens.
stuff.
Know you what they are?
Planets or exploding suns or something?
Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there?
I do genuinely think that the writer was being
What is it
quite...
that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day?
existential when they were writing
Pose
this.
that question to our undiscovered cousins. I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars.
Maybe we'll meet Meteon.
Meteon and her sisters.
Wait, no, she'd be in the first, wouldn't she? Never mind.
Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them. And they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life.
We're absolutely going to meet a
As one
Meteon.
might expect,
They wouldn't bring this
exploration
up
on
if they
such a
weren't going
grand
to
scale is
foreshadow it.
rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it.
It would be sick if it was
But
the
I
same
have faith
Meteon.
that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your
Question to
kindness.
chat to anyone that's streamed before. There used to be a way, did there not, of premiering like pre-recorded
It's getting
streams.
rather late.
Tried to do something
We
this
had
morning.
best find our beds. It would not do for both
And
of us to be
I
sleep
couldn't do it.
deprived
I
on
could
the
only
morrow.
upload the video, which I'll eventually take down. But I
Come,
played some
Meteon.
like
Let us head back.
indie game this morning, just while I was having a cup of tea.
Right.
And I've seen other like there's a streamer like Vine Source. He's been putting like pre-recorded streams up as if they were live, but yet I couldn't find the option myself. Maybe it was just a third-party thing. I'm not sure. Might actually, yeah, it might have been a third-party thing. Never mind. I would argue you're in the world unsundered, so technically the original source, I think. Well, the first shard was like based on the. No, I don't think the source is the source is the source. Like, the source is, like, where Heidelin lives, which is why it's called the source. But the first was very deliberately called the first because that was, like, where they chilled. Which I think is why Emmett rebuilt Amarot in Tempest, because that's where it, like, used to be. You find the ruins of Amarot in the Tempest. Pre-recorded stuff should be a third-party thing. Okay, maybe it used to be a thing that got. I don't know if the internet's to be believed, but apparently it used to be a thing that got removed, or I don't know. But it's a pre-recorded thing, and that's a bummer. I suppose not. It's not like I was going to use it that much anyway. But at least I know, so I appreciate that. The source is the source is the source. Harpy, January 2022. No, that's wrong, isn't it? I can't use 2K anymore. Gonna brew some coffee? I would love some delicious espresso, if you wouldn't mind. I'm a picky little one. The whole thing's a bit complicated. Oh, no, it's. I mean, it's definitely there. Like, it's definitely like in the lore. The Amarot ruins are in the first. Oh, what is this emote? What is this emote here? What's this? Who is this little guy? Is that a little frog? That's a little frog drinking boba. I like that. I like that a lot. I can only drink freshly ground beans. Me too. I just like to grab a handful of the ground and just shove them in my mouth, like rub them against my gums. Kind of like crack. Were you able to get some rest? Please do not hesitate to let us know if you're feeling tired. I worry we might exhaust your scarce reserves of ether. The prodigal familiar returns, and after causing all manner of trouble while we were in our meeting, I'm sure. Hello, Meteon.
I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Harpy. It will help, I hope. Today will be difficult for him.
Hermes appears solemn and sorrowful. An all too brief interlude, perhaps. But it is time I attend to my next task. As Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of Ikea, the Lycaons. I forget that's an L, it's not an I. Although it's the name of a beast, so shouldn't it be in a capital L? 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Y'all eat beans, chat? I got some jelly beans. You want some jelly beans, chat? Hold on 1 second. I love the internet, dude.
I got some jelly beans.
Oh my god, why was it verbose? Why is it verbose?
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan. There's $5,000 for your head alone.
I got some jelly beans. You like
Anyway,
jelly beans?
It's the voice actor for Arthur in Red Dead, so... Why was it verbose?
Got some jelly beans.
It's an I? No, no, it was an L. One of the characters said it earlier in, like, last stream, I promise you, Sato. There was a capital L. I kept saying Ikeons, and then one of them had an L, unless there was a typo. Unless it's like a translator typo. The audio was crunchy. Jitters, as a man who is located in the California, what is your favorite food place that you would recommend for someone that may one day visit the California? Crunchy just like this coffee. No, remember we've ground the beans down.
Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as Chief Overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. The Lycaons would disrupt the...
Do you know what? Do you know how we settle this? It's obviously something Greek. So, we will use the magic of the internet. We're going surfing on the internet. Lycaons. Image. I mean, there's... Oh, I don't know, chat. Oh, I don't know.
The Lycaons would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hythlodaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet, whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lycaons have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we had best... If you are resolved, when we have... Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. If you are best resolved, then we had... Then we have but to accompany you. Why do they speak in such ways? Why can't they just speak in bruvs and mates and lol and kek W's? Why can't they speak like us, chat, the common folk? Why can't they be like me? Like this? Of course. Let us be off then. We return to the main aisle. I like the way Hermes speaks. It's sort of very soft and almost a bit breathy. Hippoteo! She got thick hips, and I like it. See you later. I'll come back for you off stream. Like this. Why can't they be like... No, not like that. That's for special instances of mess-uppery. Again, swearing is such an integral part of my vernacular. Maybe I need to replace it with more Urianger type. Yes, more Urianger type vocabulary, like...
Thou payest not mine sub.
For when anyone's trying to get lippy with me, get cheeky with me in duties. Thou payest not mine sub. Yo, are these just recolored Fenris? No, the Lycions. The Lycions. Do you want me to, shall I read the milkshake thing? The Urianger. Urianger. Milkshake. There we go. The fifth, was actually the fourth. Open new image in new tab. Oh, I forgot how, like, small it is, so it's gonna look very scuff. Let me have a little drinky drink. A little drinky poos. Mine milkshake bringeth all yon gentlefolk to mine yard, and lo they reply. I messed it up. I didn't say the F word entirely, so it doesn't count. Mine milkshake bringeth all yon gentlefolk to mine yard, and lo they reply, 'Tis better than thine. Verily, 'tis better than thine. I could apprentice thee, but wouldst levy a fee. I was about to say charge, but charge, fee, same difference. That's kind of why I love the English language. Say the same thing 5 different ways. Can sound fresh every time. All yon gentlefolk. That's my favourite line.
Doris, are they hurt? What happened here?
They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, and even more so than unusual, and then they broke free. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped.
I see them. 2 of them have taken to the air above the 12's wonder. Why is Hythlodaeus the only character I've seen with an Adam's apple? The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Harpy handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to me. Got it. I'm only now finally noticing some of the Adam's apples on the boys.
If this is how it must end, then so be it.
Let's get to battle! I'm only staring at their necks because they have elven necks. I'm sure somebody out there finds necks very sexy. I will render assistance to Emmett Selk, unneeded though it is. I'm sure you can make a neck a sensual body part if you tried very hard. Meteon, you are to stay here with Doros. Imagine being neck sexual. Neck sexuality.
But Hermes...
The Lycians must be reverted. I would spare you their pain. And mine. How would one get into necks? There are many ways to get into necks. The most common way is through the esophagus. Only necks? Oh, that's a mighty fine neck you have, and your Adam's apple. I find your Adam's apple quite sumptuous and jagged. Well, don't people like finely cut jaws? Why not chiseled? People, you know, some people like chiseled chins and jaws, so why not chiseled Adam's apples, eh? Coming to a Google Play Store near you. You've heard of OnlyFans. Now try Only Necks. The finest, silkiest, smoothest necks you've ever seen. 1-800-NECKS. There are very attractive necks in your area that want to speak for you. They'll swallow. They'll gasp. They'll even talk for you. $99.99 every hour. Google it, you won't. Only necks? I won't. You're right. You're right, I won't do that. Why don't you Google it and tell me what comes up instead?
This is my burden, not yours. But if you are intent on helping, then please, follow my lead.
I won't either, brother. Well then, there you go. Somebody will. Somebody's gonna open up their VPN, their NordVPN, their Shark VPN. What other VPNs get advertised to hell and back? Discord VPN. Featuring Twitch VPN for all those hot tub streams you'd rather not your significant other know you've been watching. You found an Instagram of aspiring neckma for real? Send it to us. Let me see, in the DMs at least. Or in the Gen chat, why not? I've got a Smiths song stuck in my head that I've started listening to a lot. Called Ask. And if you haven't listened to it, maybe the Smiths isn't your thing. Or maybe you've not listened to the Smiths at all, but I recommend if you want to listen to some new music, the Smiths, Ask. I appreciate your help, and lament that it is necessary. Crikey, that's a rough word to say sometimes. There is our quarry, within striking distance at present, but if it feels threatened, it may flee beyond our reach. Here is my plan. You will approach slowly, in full view, and draw the Lycaon's attention. Now I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a brief few moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin. I dodge. Do I have to fight the fire? Someone must make the sacrifice and find out if only Nex is real. Comrade, one of you comrades must make the sacrifice for the greater good, as I hold my fist in the air. The account is actually called Only Nex? Okay, well, it's safe for work. Cool. We'll look it up in a break chat. Your Instagram account, comrade? Nay, our account. Your wife? No. She is our wife now. Or husband. Waifu husband. Oh my, oh my. I feel like Jen was more comfortable making the sacrifice because you have to question what else she's been Googling. Not that I want to know, but it wouldn't be the yeah, I'm sure we've all Googled worse than Only Nex. I know some of you, and some of you are hardcore, like, weebos. So, gods forbid what you're looking up at the dead of night. Gods forbid. I Google how to spell. That's a mood. That's a big mood.
Now.
I sometimes have to Google words I already know how to spell, but they look wrong. He has the very standard, typical healing medical spell. Staff, sorry.
Forgive me.
Not spell.
Please, forgive me.
What a contrast.
May you and your kin find peace.
If anything, I dare say he's a bit too attached.
Underworld. May you find tranquil seas.
I understand that all the creations are dear to him, but for it to cause such immense emotional pain, like it's
Be not forgotten.
It's almost a bit of an issue.
In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again.
What a tragedy
Serve
that
not
Emmett
the
Selk
star
granted Amon
or any
Fan
purpose
Daniel's
save your own.
memories.
Live again. if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down
Google search gets weird when you listen to true crime? How so?
Fly high.
You, the warrior of light who have killed countless beings. It's never really been unprovoked, in the MSQ at least. It's generally been, because out of self-defense or to help or protect other people. True crime's been... You guys... Do you not get depressed after listening to too much true crime? I do. Alright, Harpy, I gotta go, but glad to have caught you. Yo, thank you, man. Have a good rest of the day at work, and next time I talk to you, I'll be asking you about a good pizza place in California. So, take care, my man.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing.
Bye-bye,
Tell me,
Jitorze.
do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death.
Why is this dialogue not
I do not
clickable?
know if it is right.
It's all automatic.
And to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Don't make me feel things, Meteon.
Forgive me.
I'm allergic.
If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
If you want an edgy line for your like edgy character that you write in your fictions, I'm allergic to tears. That's why I don't cry.
And you, my friend.
Feel free to use that edgy line for
you
your
find
edgy
that which you
fanfiction characters. It can be depressing, but you listen to spooky stories instead.
Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
I like the stuff that's a bit spooky sometimes. But a lot of the times I hate, like, true crime stuff is very difficult for me to listen to. Not necessarily because it makes me depressed if I listen to too much, but because more often than not, the hosts I just want to, like, strangle. Because the way they deliver it just irritates me. I don't like the way a lot of true crime stuff is delivered. It's either heavily biased, or it's always done in this over-exaggerated narration every single time. She opened the stairs. She opened the stairs, chat. She opened the cupboard to find something that was most horrific. She found that her tin of tea bags were ransacked, emptied, torn to shreds. Ugh. You found some good ones last night, but it was midnight. Yeah, so that's the thing. I get I don't know about you guys, but I never get nightmares. I get paranoid instead, so I can't sleep. That's your Living Dead, Mac. Really? I don't. Does that work? For a Dark Knight? Ah! I don't even know what I said. I can't cry. I'm allergic. I don't cry. I'm allergic to tears. Do you know what? This is more this one particular image. Right here. Oh, whoopsie. Hello. Right here.
I don't cry. I can't cry. I'm allergic to tears. All the pain and suffering I've gone through. The people I've loved and lost. It's all for nothing!
The other Lycians have been taken care of. The incident is resolved and life in Elpis continues as normal. Or ends, as the case may be. That's true horror. What's true? Whoa, I've missed it. What was the true? The true horror was the friends we made along the way. I feel like the true horror is meeting a lot of unsocialized weebs at a convention in America. That's true horror to me. Someday I'll experience that. I changed the video podcast if they sound the way that you don't like. Fair enough. I'm allergic to tears. I don't cry. I don't know. I'll go back tonight and look through the VOD. She opened the stairs. Sassy, what did she find in the stairs? You follow a few horror artists on Twitter, so sometimes I feel like horror art and true crime podcasts are in different leagues. I think well done horror art is fantastic because you've really got to capture a mood. Also, I like the horror that is often hard to define what the horror is. Like that sort of uncanny horror. Bro, it's the worst. It's just the worst, chat. Jen's gonna tell you why it's the worst. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermie's argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet, never has the departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be to experience such torment? Oof! Oof! Someday you'll find out, my friend. Someday. And that smug little smile will be wiped away. It's the worst. So bad. She opens the stairs and finds Dee's nuts after opening the stairs. There was a fire today in the house that started a fire. The consequence was that she started a fire in the fire. Are you serious? I haven't done anything outside of Dark Knight. You're telling me I'm underleveled. Oh my, chat. Oh me, oh my. Chat, let's do a horror story by proxy. If each one of you writes a sentence starting about like she opened the stairs, that kind of thing, we'll create a horror, a short horror story together. If you all write one sentence, I'll try to piece it together to make it make sense. It doesn't have to follow on from each other. It can just be like nonsense or a non sequitur. Like, she opened the stairs, she found these nuts. The phone rang. It was the pastor. He had baked potatoes. They want to hug you, and they have no concept of space. And I'm a damn nerd. What is this horror stuff? Let me see, Jen. Can you link it to me? This uncanny stuff that wants to hug you, but they have no shape or concept. You're meant to do all of level 80 quests on one class. So they have actually done it so that you're supposed to do the side content now. That's crazy. I actually really enjoy that. Although it doesn't help for MSQ streamers like myself, who I have become. Wet, wet, wet! We're sick and tired of this cramped old castle. Lol, no! Thou payest not thine sub! I genuinely hate people that oh. If we failed, if we wiped, no problem. I gotcha. We've just started. Leave me alone. I'll piece together this horror story after this trial. Once whoever's finished the cutscene has finished the cutscene.
Come and play.
We're
For the
sick.
night is
Oh.
bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
Screw, my lovely screw. I'm not very good with a Scottish accent. But I like her playfulness in the acting. What I don't like is that they nerfed my Derulium to 3 stacks though. I find great offense in this. Whoops, there's the tank buster. That's inside. Oh no, it's mysteries. Oh yeah, absolutely the enemies and artists. I'm always open to recommendations. I might hate them and say that they're awful, but I'm always open to recommendations, even of music. What is it that when we farmed this as an FC, some of the boys were saying like, she says we're sick and tired of this crap old castle.
We're sick of this crap old castle.
We're sick of this crap old castle. I can't do the accent correctly. I just sound like an old lady. Ah! Bugger. I thought I would take it to the rest of the boys. That will teach me. That'll teach me, eh? That'll teach me. Next time, just stick with what you know, Harpy. Don't be a hero. It's not your job. I can swear now, fuck you lot. Fantastic, I'm back.
I was headed on the railroad tracks.
Why is she squishing a flower? That's evil. To kill a flower is to kill a soul. Or something. Do you know, I'll just Blackest Night this. I can take the damage. I'm strong. I'm strunky. Twisted Sprout. I'm glad that the input didn't come through. I was about to double up on mitigation. That would have been unpro gamer. As the... Yeah, there you go, Gunbreaker, you got it. I don't know why I've got Peas Blossom instead of Puck, but there we go. What, outside of Endwalker, has been everybody's favourite extreme trial? For myself, I want to say... I quite enjoyed the Memoria Miseria, even though it's an absolute pain in the backside. Something about the fight just feels really, like, good. Any extreme trial is fine as long as it's not Endwalker.
Bigger is better.
Bigger is better. That's what all the girls say, isn't that right, lads? Funny penis joke. I like Peas Blossom's face. He's like an old man. A wizened old man flower. And this fella doesn't even have a face. He has no style. He has no grace. This puck doesn't have a face. When I see the DPS not focus mustard seed, I cry. But only figuratively, because obviously I have no emotions. Oh, they actually did it. Holy smokes. Okay, I can see some of the sentences up on the chat history, so I look forward to seeing... I'm going to read them in order as well, first of all, and then see if we can't make sense of them. Why would you run away from the... Oh, it's fine. You came back. You came back to the correct spot. You did it.
Dance like the leaves on the grass.
Do you guys want to see a cursed game? I recommend you looking up a game called Wrought Flesh. WROUGHT Flesh. That's some weird stuff. That's some nightmare fuel for you. Let me see. Memoria is fun. Scurry and Scatter. Hades' fight is also a great fight. I really enjoy Byaku's fight. Byaku's fight is fun. Seed of Sacrifice? Do you know, that doesn't surprise me, Mango. Hades for the gameplay? Yeah? Da, 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 da. Let's have a look. Diamond Weapon is pretty fun. I don't know half of the mechanics for Diamond Weapon, at least for the extreme. Sorry, I don't even know half the mechanics of the regular fight, let alone extreme. Let's have a look. No, do you know what? I can tank it. Oh, I tanked it too late. I'm dumb. Rhythm of Hades 2? Siege of Sacrifice? Oh wow. Love for Siege of Sacrifice, even though it's difficult. Innocence for the meme moments. Innocence sucks, dude. Harpy. Heyoh of the Harpiest. Do you recommend Final Fantasy XIV? I hear chat member Retrogradius ask. It's an excellent question. I think it depends on what kind of games you're into. Truly. Do you enjoy RPG stories that really respect their own writing and lore? Because there's a lot to 14. If you want to experience it as a story game, there's a lot to sink your teeth into. And as the expansions go on, the writers like sort of really respect the story and the lore that they go with. Which is why I spent so much time with it. I really enjoy the fact that when it comes to the main story quests and some of the side quests, it only benefits the story more. It really makes the world feel more fleshed out. Gameplay-wise, it's very typical MMO gameplay, unless you want to play on controller. I'm not huge into MMOs at all. In fact, I hate MMO combat flat out. If it wasn't for the fact that you could play this game on a controller, probably would never have come back to this game. The music's fantastic. I'd recommend just listening to the music on YouTube. If you really like to get invested in RPG stories, I would really recommend it. Yeah. if you're not into anime games, and even though the story is well written and is fantastically voiced, it's still a Japanese anime product. And I'm sure some people in the chat are going to disagree with me, but there are some very anime moments, and it's very, like, Japanese drama-y sometimes. So for me, it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow, because I find that stuff quite trite and eye-rolly. But generally speaking, I've very much enjoyed this. Let's go back to chat. Also, I'm going to have to do another duty or something quick. So let's see. She opened the stairs. She found these nuts after opening the stairs. I'm going to read, even though this isn't part of it. They want to hug you, and they have no concept of space. Turns out, Harpy was calling from inside of the house all along. And the inside of the house was the friends we made along the way. Well, there we go. That was our short story. These nuts were inside the stairs, and they wanted to hug you, but they didn't have any form. It turns out I was inside the house all along, and the house was the friends we made along the way, so... in a very amorphous way, the house really wanted to teabag you, but everyone inside the house wanted to be your friends, so... moral of the story might be that these nuts are your friends. Wrought flesh looks interesting. It's strange. It has an organ system. An organ upgrading system in which you pull out organs and put other dead things' organs inside yourself to upgrade your character or change your character. Very interesting. Interesting is the best way to put it. It's like intentionally weird shit post, but like trying to still be a decent video game. 14 can be a very anime sometimes, but I feel like it's amazing in doing it. I disagree. Sometimes it's very trite. Pixie Quest might get you the boost you need. I could run another trial, maybe. It might be quick. Does anyone want to run a trial? Want to queue up for a trial? I don't mind. I don't mind. As if that's fucking... As if it's fine if I don't mind inviting people to do a trial. That's so fucking stupid. Throw me an invite. Seed of Sacrifice? We're not doing Seed of Sacrifice. Okay, just Jen, that's fine. Let's invite Lucky just to ping him back to chat. Well, King is already in a... Saffron and King are already in a thingy, so... Who's this? Oh yeah, I got added by... Jen, you might know this person. Saffromdi Balfrmorbidi. Saffron Balmadi. I was taking a dab. What we doing? A dab of what? Like oh no, I'm thinking of a tab. Never mind. We're gonna do a trial. Never mind. We don't ask those questions. I wasn't sure if it was like drugs or you were dabbing or taking a dab of some sort of sauce or something. Invite Mango and myself. Oh, they have deigned to join us, have they? I can't invite you guys to the party if you're already in a party. Come on, you guys should know this. Come on, guys. Come on, fellas. You're bigger than this. Actually, I don't know how big you are. You might be very small, actually. The game wouldn't lie to me, guys. Why would Square Enix lie to me about the game being delayed for 2 weeks, even though it's still kind of broken? But thou payest not mine sub. God damn it. Hello? Who is it? Just straight up wearing spoiler outfits. I was being looked at then for a second. Hello? Hello? Has anyone ever played Five Nights at Freddy? Oh shoot. Lucky's hotbars is broken. Is this the tone gear? It kind of sucks. It's too classic Final Fantasy for my tastes. No time for talking, only time for killing. You're in Duty Finder. This is no time for explanations. Oh, bugger, that Dark Missionary was. I used to love the idea of FNAF, but it's goofy now. I was interested in the first one and the second one, and then I did not care for it anymore. And I recently watched a retrospective on the series because I was just randomly bored and looking for some sort of retrospective on video games to watch. I just happened across the Five Nights at Freddy one. I was like, huh, okay, so there's all this stuff. Interesting. Like, it actually interested me. I was never a fan of it to begin with. Like, I know there was like some like kids, teenagers that grew up with it, and they fucking loved that shit. It's like crack to them. You've seen people play it. Take off the chest piece. Oh, I can't, I'm in combat, fuck. I love horror games, but I don't like getting scared, so... yeah, jump scares I feel are always super cheap. Generally, they tend to be very cheap. I'm sure there are ways to do jump scares that are fair, or make sense. But like the sudden like loud noise, like I don't like that stuff. I'm not subscribed to NoClip. I've only watched the Final Fantasy one and some of the Bethesda Fallout 76 documentary. I sometimes find them a bit boring. I'll be honest with you. Are you... I'm sick of this crap old castle. Lucky this was for you, my friend. For all the melees out there. Wait a minute, Lucky's the only melee. Sorry, Lucky. It's not happening anymore. You're the only melee. Sacrifices must be made. Oh no, I've used all my mitigation. What was I thinking? Oh, here we go. Have you played Silent Hill at all? Or at least the second Silent Hill retro. That's a good horror game. Fantastic horror game, even. I guess I'll take Puck. Jen's not played Five Nights at Freddy. I can't say I blame you. We already have enough spookiness with GTFO. Fantastic co-op shooter survival. No, it's like a horde. Co-op horde horror game. Great game. I'm gonna have to go now. I may be back later, but if not, it was lovely chatting to you all. Yo, Retro, thank you for just checking out the stream and coming on by. It was really nice to get to talk to a fellow Hideo Kojima lover. So, have a good night, man. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Oh, and if you decide to give FF14 a go, let me know, because servers and data centers matter. So, yeah, hit me up. Jen, I've got an idea for an FC competition. Best character impression.
Bigger is better.
Bigger is better.
No, character impression competition. A screenshot competition would suck. He says. Can you get FF14 again? Do I want to buy FF14 again? No, not really. Can't really think I'd afford it. That was weird English. Can't really think I'd afford it. Not mitigating very well, so apologies, healers. Oh, well, one of our healers is consistently down, so that means Jen has to work twice as hard. That seems to be the norm whenever I play Titania with Jen. Like, the other healer's always struggling, and it's just up to Jen to, like, double the work output. Didn't they stop selling them? Oh, of course they did, you're right. Oh, completely forgot, Blue. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. You can't buy the game right now. She's always putting overtime in healer.
This is so much fun. Let's play some more.
I mean, the character impersonation contest would have to be like a small side competition to a main one, I think. Like, just as a little, like, funny, like, hee hee ha ha. The winner gets a loaf of bread type thing. Yo, let's go satellite. Actually, no, it's a level 3. So what is it? Oh, it's a bard thing. The bard. Why did everybody go to the side instead of the north? I know, Lucky. I don't know why everyone clumped up there. Weird. Best in-game glam of cosplay of a character. Wouldn't that kind of be cheating though? Because you can just straight up buy some people's outfits. Like, I own, like, Thancred's Heavenswood outfit. Surely I could just win immediately. Like, it'd be hard to judge, wouldn't it? Also, people would Fantasia, wouldn't they? You get less points. Okay. So it's a point-based system. I suppose if you do it out of 10, then that way. Do you know what would be good? If I mitigate some more. Harpy, please, I'm trying to heal whole party. A non-final fight. Okay, that would be a good. I think that's a good one. cosplay as a non-Final Fantasy character. That you could make work, and it would be very... Yeah, how about a character outside of 14? I think you'd have to make the stipulation that it can't be... Do you know what? Maybe, like, you'd say non-Final Fantasy 14 characters, but also the stipulations are no Cloud Strife, no Leon, no character that already has armor in the game. So you could do other video games like Link from Legend of Zelda, but you could just the same do Tifa. And I have a confession to make. I prefer Tifa over Aerith. Because of all the supplementary content. Advent Children and the short story. Plural. Okay, well, you boys want to do a quick dungeon? There's 5 of us, never mind. We'll do a normal raid. Cloud's best waifu? I'm sure in the remake he looks very pretty. I'm sure he's made a lot of straight men question their sexuality. Maybe even queer women question their sexuality too. Like, damn, he cute. You like playing healer, so it's easy for you. Healing is easy. Not adult supplementary content, Mango. Get your head out the gutter. Let me run out. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Jen. Whoops. It's fine. Just let the timer run out and then you can change. You should scream at me. You need to be more like Harpy. Stop, please. I tend not to listen unless I'm getting screamed at. I'm not proud of that fact. But 'tis a fact nonetheless. Pulled out my edgiest OC for the meme. Yo, nice one, Blue. Let me show this on stream real quick. Fuck, why is it open in Chrome? It should fucking open... I don't cry. I'm allergic. I like the tears. That's really nice. I like the... That's cool. How did you do that? By the way, how did you do that? Font. I assume you just drew it and then you got an eraser and you deleted it. I dig that the most. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. That's pretty poggers. I don't like screaming if I don't have to. But screaming can be cathartic sometimes, Jen. Now that is Edge incarnate. If you want to look at that more, you can go to Blue's Instagram or Twitter, which I think is just Blue Noel, or at RagdollPuppy. Alternatively, you can bask in its glory and download it from Discord by right-click Save As from the Heyoh Harpy Discord. And sell it as your own NFT and claim it as your own. I would personally prefer you didn't, but you could if you were of a nefarious type. Truly, honestly, I deeply appreciate having artsy friends. Because I get to see all kinds of cool art. And then I get to show it off to other people. I also forget what X-Death does, so forgive me. You can still basic attack, I believe. Maybe not. No, you can't. You cannot. Which reminds me of this meme, like the self-defense thing. It's like, try to hit me. You can't hit me. He can't hit me. He cannot. Harpy art stream when I draw art? Come on, show some art on stream. Genuinely, I would love to show other people's art on stream. Like, show artwork at the end of streams, or just collect a bunch of people's artwork. And just do one big art stream of showing people stuff off. But myself, me art? Me don't do art. I'm trying already to be better at just making music, which is a slow process, but it is something I'm trying, so. If people want to come onto the stream and co-stream with me while they draw art and I draw ugly, crappy little doodles, then we can set something up. But a solo Harpy art stream, if that's what, I hope that's not what people are asking for. Because I'd hate to disappoint. Pyretic. Let me see. Yeah, wait, no, I can basic attack. Or maybe I just got lucky. I think Vacuum Slash is out, is it not? I vaguely remember Vacuum Slash being out. Mega, how does it feel not playing tank, just leveling up other stuff at the moment? To me, I feel like there must be a great void in your heart. Bard is really fun? When does it get fun? I have a level 52, 55 Bard maybe, and I don't enjoy it in the slightest. Whoops. He has no style. He has no grip. This Harpy has a funny face. Oh wow, every fucker is dead, and we don't have a res DPS. You enjoyed it at 50, so I guess never for you. Yeah, I struggle with ranged DPS. I can put up with Dancer somewhat, but Mechanist and Bard I just do not like. They're not enjoyable. They're anti-fun to me. We are such different people, and I think that's totally okay, because we have similarities, and that's what makes the world a sexy place. You can be anti-sexy, while I can just be regular sexy. I mean, have you seen my Mandeville moves? Thank you, Lucky. You got this, guys. Pray, dig deep. Why is the tank moving around? Oh, the tank's what the tank doing? It's fine, Jen. Lucky 8 major ass. What the dog doing? Yeah, so maybe this is rude to do, but I am an extreme sharer of other people's art because I like it. So, Retrograde, who popped in the stream earlier, sketched this in another Discord. I thought that's a really nice sketch art style, and since it's posted more sketch stuff, and I like that it's simple and it's in that sketch style. I dig it. I dig it a lot, and they did very angry men. I don't know who these men are. That's probably Leon and Chris Redfield, actually. There you go. Good stuff. Good art. Sonic Go Zoomies. Fuck, that's a spoiler for RE8, isn't it? Ah well. Ah well, you get what you get. Can't complain. I could have played it. What the dog doing? Potion, goddamn. I wish they would hurry up and kill this thing or just die. The less is more style is quality for who? No, I guess Leon is in RE8. Gunbreakers live purely by spite, as I've understood it. Is that they die because they're spiteful. They don't die because they're spiteful. Whereas Dark Knights won't die because they have yet to show everyone else in the world their edge. Warriors don't die because they don't realize that their HP has dropped to 0. Their brain is so, like, just flooded with anger and wanting to be very, like, berserk. But when their HP drops 0, they go, no, it doesn't. They believe so hard that they're still alive that by magic they still survive. Well, we don't, and yeah. You figured Leon would be in it? I to be honest, had no idea, because I'd only seen the first trailer, and you only see Chris Redfield, and you're in some weird, I don't know, some European village. So the thought didn't even cross my mind. Thunder. La, la, la. This should be messy. Good luck, friends. Thank you, Sassy. We'll need it, because God forbid, with a main tank like this, get over here. Just get in the middle, you bastard. Please. Exit, please. Who is your favorite Final Fantasy content creator? And if you say MTQ raid guides, you're getting banned. You just want to free notice me, senpai, don't you? That's what that's all about. Well, guess what, King? It worked. You very noticed, thank you. I'm finally starting to feel emotion. Although we all know that's a fucking lie. Larry Zaru? Who is that? Who is Larry Zaru? Zaru. Black Hill. Potion seller. That's what I would do. That's what I would do for the cosplay competition. I would dress up as the knight and also potion seller, or rather, I'd get my buddy. That's it. We'd enter as a duo. We'd go as knight and potion seller. Whoa! We got a host. My God. Yo, Wari, thank you for the host, my guy. That scared me, because I rarely hear Schultz's voice, and then hearing a different RPG character in another RPG scares me. So, what's up, man? How we doing? Welcome, dude. Welcome to the shit show. We wiped on X-Death. I'm gonna LB. I'm gonna LB2. Watch me LB2. I'm gonna piss all the DPS off. Wait for it. Let's go! And now, mass report. Make funny vid. He make the funny. Shit. I should have paid attention. I'm an absolute animal. You fool. This is in your hubris. You died to vacuum slash. I don't deserve a res. I don't deserve it, Goro. Oh wow. Wow, Jen, the BM Goro was hard res and you just go, nah, fuck that shit. I do appreciate it though. Thank you, thank you. Jen was legit like, fuck out of here with that hard res. Swiftcast. What are you? I'm not an idiot sandwich. I'm actually... I'm Poggers, chat. I think. Am I Poggers, chat? 1 to 10, am I Poggers? I didn't see you chat. Lucky, because Twitch pop-out was being very weird. You know, if you just did leveling roulette, you'd be leveled already. I thought it would slow the stream down too much. Harpy, you could do a Pixie Tribe quest. Do you know why I'm not, though? And I appreciate the thingy. It's because I'm trying to save those for... Wait, actually, hold on. No, I wouldn't. I said do pray. I ignored you for a reason, Blue. I ignored doing pray for a reason. Ilmeg. I'm pretty sure, does it not hard cap the... Poggers? I'm 8 out of 10 Poggers. Really? That's high praise indeed. High praise. If there was a wipe where the healers pulled someone off the edge. 9 out of 10, it's in. Daily reset. Wow, King. Just gonna go ahead and leave like that. I may actually do just a regular juicy just in case. Although it's getting late and I haven't eaten an evening meal. So it may be that, wow. They've all left me, Jen. Ah! She left too. I was gonna say I'll save you the awkwardness of leaving, but it's fine. It's whatever, chat. Really, it's whatever. 300. Nah, Pixie Quest is not gonna work. Pixie Quest will not work. Got a comm to work on? Ooh, what kind of commission you working on? Is it big bazungies? Oh, a Luperite. Never mind, I didn't say that. Can you show me the commission when it's done? Do all 3 should be enough. I am quite hungry. I've got this delicious, like, fish dish that's, like, tomato sauce based. Tomato sauce based that I'm supposed to put in my convectional oven. And I'm probably gonna saute some long stem broccoli and put some, like, cherry tomatoes. Maybe I'll even have, like, some, like, little, like, dinky bread roll, little baguettes or something. I don't know, brother. Spin! Spin! I think I'll take a break. I think Blue makes a fantastic statement. Shall we see if there's somebody to host, though? We'll pay it forward as Wari came in with the host. And many of you are still here, and I think if I can do anything for the Twitch-overse, it is at the very least trying to... That's if anyone is online. Anyone that I like, at least. I'm very picky about hosting. So nobody is... Anyone that I like... Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm very picky about hosting. Why can I still hear myself? Pogger's stream. Oh, you guys, thanks for the stream. Oh, stop! You're making me blush. Am I gonna do more MSQ though? Not for this stream. I might make a new stream later today. Fucking bro, this straight poggers. Jeffrey Epstein. I heard what you did, and that isn't very poggers. How much does it cost to get Gilbert Gottfried on Cameo? Let's look up Cameo before we leave. Look at all these featured people. You can get... Wow! You can get a shout out from Nick Frost of Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead fame, etc., etc. Just a shout out for £148. What is that? Can I change it to dollars? Can I change it to dollars so that my Americans can understand? It's already in US English. Let me see. I don't have a VPN, so this will be a problem. Do you know what? It's fine. I will do a rough estimate. I'll do a rough estimate. So 100 that's like basically under $300. There's maintenance later? Oh, what time is the maintenance? How many hours from now? Who else? I don't know any of these people. What about influencers? Maybe there's like influencers we can see how much they try to charge. Maybe I should get on Cameo. Charge 1 penny. Just a tuppence. Live video calls? What the fuck? What is this? You can pay ticket prices to just be in a live stream with people? Oi, oi, oi. Wait, we need music for this. This is awfully dry. Eight hours? Oh, we got plenty of time. That's plenty of time, guy. Are there, like, influencers? There's that guy from, what is it, Westlife or something? She's a singer. Oh, of course, it does say musicians, Harpy. Nice one. I don't recognize any of these people. Oh, it's one of the Chuckle Brothers. That means nothing to anyone outside of the UK. Chuckle Brothers were childhood icon. That's fair enough. £41. Yeah, that's not too bad. Oh, that's a bit steep. 200, about $200. No. How is this possible? Colin Mockery of Whose Line Is It fame is the same price as like some like YouTuber, some like comedy YouTuber. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Here we go, creators, this is the one. That £19 is a stretch, but like anything more, so like $30. Holy shit, I used to, years and years ago, I used to watch this person's YouTube stuff. Now they're a musician and they look completely different. And apparently they now are a queer voice, which is interesting. I don't know any of these people. Wait a minute, wasn't that the person that was like, had those really freaky videos and people thought that she was like high or like in danger? Reality TV sucks. Cool, you can get a shout out from your favorite politician. Hey chat, that's the former governor of Alaska, Sarah Palin, why not? You can get a shout out from dogs. Wow. I didn't even know why I came here initially. Why the hell did I come here? What was I gonna search? Who knows? Who knows anymore? Let's look up Final Fantasy. I don't know these people at all. I don't know any of these people. Well, there we go. Well, there we go, chat. Nobody is online streaming right now. Is anyone planning on streaming soon? The second guy is barely in 15? Yeah, the guy playing Noctis' father. Yeah, I mean, he's in the movie. Until he's not in the movie. Do you know what? That's the one thing... I still feel bad about spoiling it, so I won't. But, you know. You know. It is 15. Anime? Anime? I know Todd. How do you know Todd? Who is Todd? What is Todd? What makes a Todd? I think Todd means like dead or death. Alright, chat. Well, nobody's streaming, and I'm very hungry for my fish dish. I'm sure you're all very excited for me. I can feel it. So, have a good night, and I may see you... Classic South Park. I may see you guys later, so take care. Peace.